Introducing Pastor John Gaston. It was Will Smith, an American actor and producer, who said in 2017 that it feels like God visits everywhere else but lives in Africa. These words of the prominent actor holds true not only in the geographical and ecological spaces of Africa, but also in a religious space. Several prophecies have been given about Africa being the center of God's will and our labor to produce children that the world awaits in rebuilding nations, while emphasizing that Nigeria shall be playing a key role in this. From the 20th century, with each decade passing till date, numerous ministers of God around the world have made their ways to Nigeria at different times in our history, changing the face of Christian faith in Nigeria. From Mary's Lesser, Scottish missionary who was assigned to Efik land in Calabar, Cross River State, who saved hundreds of lives by stopping sacrifices and severe punishments, as well as the killing of twins and the outbreak of tribal war, to Pa S.G. Helton, a white missionary who left England to settle in Ilesha, Osun State of Nigeria, and mentored several notable men of God in Nigeria, such as the popular apostle Ayodele Babalola, pastors E.A. Adeboye and W.F. Kumuyi, to mention but a few, whom by the 70s he had become the father of Pentecostal revival movement in Nigeria. To T.L. Osborne, an American televangelist and spiritual father to the great Archbishop Benson Idahosa. To the father of faith, Kenneth Hagin and Kenneth Copeland. And to the popular and renowned German-American evangelist Reinhard Bonnke, who took his crusades to almost all the states in Nigeria, such that an integral part and area of our Oyo town has been contemporarily named after him up until today. It's a fact that Nigeria has been greatly blessed by this foreign ministry of these great men in the mission of rebuilding our broken walls. In a follow-up to this mission, Fountain of Peace Baptist Church, Oyo, has discovered another passionate and African-loving minister who is genuinely and sincerely given into mission, evangelism, and discipleship. Pastor John B. Gaston is the senior pastor of First Assembly of God Church, Montgomery, Huntsville, Texas, United States of America, a multicultural Christian congregation. Pastor John Gaston has been the senior pastor of the church for over 2 decades, but has served the congregation full-time for over 3 decades. Gave his life to Christ at the age of 20 while he was a student at Sam Houston State University, United States of America, and was called into a full-time ministry thereafter. He is happily married and blessed with kids. Pastor John Gaston is a radical believer and preacher who has been standing and speaking against every antichrist laws and policies of the government of the United States of America and the world at large, using only the Holy Scriptures as a veritable tool. As a Christian theologian, preacher of the gospel, and teacher of the word, John Gaston has contributed numerously into sermons writing and publishing, with over 771 published sermons on Sermon Central, and still counting to date. The latest and newest being The Mother Whose Faith Destroyed Pharaoh, published on the 7th of May, year 2022. Pastor John Gaston has been to Nigeria, particularly to the south-south zone of the country, for crusade and conference at a time. But now, to the southwestern zone of Nigeria, to the Payseta State, to the ancient and historical town of Oyo, and to Obanonko area, we welcome a soldier of Christ, a crusader for Christ, a teacher and preacher of the word, a global evangelist and mission-minded clergy, for a 4-day digging deep into the Word of God and revival to rebuild the broken walls of our nation. With a standing ovation and a resounding applause, let's make welcome all the way from Huntsville, Texas in the United States to Fountain of Peace Baptist Church, Oyo, the ministry of Pastor John B. Gaston.